Perfect English podcast for you. I'm Maria, and I'm so excited to have you here. Whether you're just starting to learn English or looking to improve your skills, you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Let's learn together and make English fun and easy. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel, your happy place to learn English in a fun and simple way. Today we're going to do something special. We're going to travel back in time to our childhood. We'll talk about how to share memories in English using the simple past tense. And I want you to just listen and enjoy. As I tell my story, you'll get a chance to hear the simple past tense in action. Let's dive into the fun. Let me take you back to my childhood, and I'll tell you a story about the days when everything felt simpler and a lot more fun. When I was a little girl, I lived in a small town surrounded by hills, large raised areas of land, and fields. Large areas of land covered with grass, often for farming. The houses were spread far apart, and the streets were quiet, calm, with little noise, except for the sound of children playing in the afternoons. My house was painted a soft yellow, with white shutters, wooden or metal covers for windows, on the windows, and it had a big garden, an area of land where plants and flowers grow, in front. I remember waking up early in the morning, the sun shining through the windows, and the smell of fresh flowers from the garden. My family had a big old dog named Max, a golden retriever, a breed of dog known for its golden coat and friendly nature, who was always by my side. Max was my best friend. He was big, fluffy, soft, and full of fur, and so playful, full of fun and energy. Every morning after breakfast, I would run outside, and Max would follow me everywhere. We would play tag, children's game in which one person chases and tries to touch others. In the backyard, running around and laughing. Max loved to chase after a ball, but I loved to pretend that we were explorers, people who traveled to new places to discover them, on a big adventure. Sometimes we'd discover hidden treasures, valuable things, like sticks or old coins that I would collect and pretend were part of a secret treasure map. I didn't have a lot of toys, but I didn't mind. I spent most of my time outside. My friends and I would gather by the big oak tree, a type of large tree with strong wood, and we would pretend it was our castle, a large building with strong walls and towers. We made up stories about being princesses and knights, and we would defend our castle from imaginary dragons or pirates. I was always the brave princess, leading my friends into battle, armed with nothing but sticks and wild imagination. One of my favorite memories was the summers we spent in the park. It was always so hot, and we would run through the sprinklers, a device that sprays water, often for watering plants. In our bathing suits, laughing as the cold water sprayed over us. Afterward, we would sit on the grass, eating ice cream and watching the clouds. I remember one summer when we had a huge water fight, and we were all drenched, covered with liquid, from head to toe, but no one cared. It was so much fun. On weekends, my family would often go on trips to the countryside. We would pack a big picnic basket with sandwiches, fruit, and my mom's famous chocolate cake. We would drive for hours, singing along to old songs on the radio. When we reached the countryside, we would set up a picnic near a stream, a small flowing body of water, and I would run around the hills, raised areas of land. I loved the smell of fresh grass and the sound of the birds singing. My dad would take out his camera and we'd all pose for pictures. I was always so excited to see the photos later because I loved looking back at our adventures. But not every day was perfect. I remember one rainy afternoon when my best friend Emma and I decided we were going to ride our bikes to the park, even though it was drizzling, raining lightly. We put on our raincoats and ignored the weather, determined to have fun. As we were riding, the rain got heavier and we ended up completely soaked, wet through, laughing and trying to pedal faster. When we finally arrived at the park, we were covered in mud, wet dirt. But we didn't care. We played in the puddles, small pools of water on the ground. And when we got home, our parents were shocked at how dirty we were, but they couldn't help laughing too. That day, we learned that rain couldn't stop our fun. Looking back, I think the best part of my childhood was the freedom we had. We didn't have smartphones or tablets to distract us. We made our own fun by using our imaginations, playing outside with friends, and exploring nature. I'm so grateful for those simple moments that made me feel so happy and carefree. Now, every time I think of those days, I smile. It was a time when everything felt like an adventure, and there was always something new to discover. And of course, Max was always there with me, sharing every moment. I'll never forget those days. They were the best part of my childhood. So, what do you think? It's fun to talk about our memories, right? And do you see how I used a lot of past tense verbs like lived, had, played, went, was, and did? In my story, these verbs help us describe what happened in the past. Alright, now it's your turn to share. Take a moment and think about your own childhood memories. I'll ask you a few questions, and I want you to answer in English. No pressure, just try your best. What games did you play as a child? Who was your best friend? What food did you love when you were young? What was your favorite toy or activity? Can you remember a funny or exciting moment from your childhood? Take a pause here and think about your answers, and remember, practice makes perfect. Thank you so much for listening to my story. I hope it brought back some great memories for you too. It's always fun to look back and think about those carefree days. Before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more stories, lessons, and fun content. Also, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear about your childhood memories. I'll be reading them all. And if you'd like an episode about grammar or any specific language tips, just let me know in the comments. I'm always happy to help. Finally, if you'd like to review today's vocabulary or the script, I've added a downloadable file in the description for you. You can use it to practice at your own pace. See you next time, and until then, keep practicing, keep smiling, and stay positive.